Hey Virgos, welcome back to my channel. Guys, if you are new here, welcome. If you are returning, thanks so much for supporting the channel. I'm going to go ahead and do your weekly energy. Now, this is a general message, so it may not resonate with everyone. Just take what resonates for you, Virgos, and leave the rest. Anybody interested in a personal reading, my information is always down below. Thanks to those who do reach out for those, and thanks to those who donate to the channel, and to those of you who do subscribe. It's very much appreciated. So I do hope that everybody is doing well, okay? I hope that you guys had a good weekend, and I hope that you're ready for the week ahead. But Spirit, what is the strongest energy here today for my Virgos? For Virgos, Sun, Moon, Rising, North Node, and Venus. Alright, can I get a card for now and a card for going forward? Okay, so what's this? A new start is coming, was trying to come out. But your first card out, it says, look at the bigger picture. And energy going forward, Spirit. What are we getting stuck on? Hold your vision. Okay, so we have going forward, it says it's time to release negativity. The bottom of the deck, you have expect powerful change. Yeah, and it's time to take action. So it says full moon in Sagittarius. And then going forward, you have full moon in Scorpio. We're actually really close to a new moon. I'm not sure what it's in yet. I'd have to have a look. But full moon in Sag. Let's see what this is. Look at the bigger picture. Yeah, so this could be something that is coming in. It's interesting because it's a number 84, okay? Which boils down to a 12. And then the 12 breaks down to a 3, which would give me the 3 of Wands, which does talk about looking at the bigger picture of something. But it also talks about waiting for your ships to come in. So there may be something coming towards you guys that you've been waiting for. Now, this could be in love, doesn't have to be. I'm just looking at the arrow, okay? These arrows on these Moonology cards always kind of makes me think of like Cupid, like love. So, 84. So look at the bigger picture. It says, are you thinking too much about the details of your dilemma? Fretting over minute can be counterproductive. Or perhaps you're being all talk and no action. This card is a reminder that while it's good to think things through, sometimes you need to take a step back and look at the bigger picture. What do you see about your current situation? What's the most positive thought you can have about it? Now is the time to count your blessings, even if you don't yet have exactly what you want. This card is also a reminder that we often have to take a few risks and go with uncertainty on this journey called life. Try to keep an open mind about what's for the best. The universe could surprise you. So it says this situation may have come around because you've been distracted. It says be confident to win the day. You have shown that you care. If not, now is the time. It says find a balance between speaking your mind and saying too much. So it says the teaching. The full moon in Sagittarius is a time when we are reminded that life is an adventure and there's a big, wide world to see beyond our backyard. It's about having fun and being prepared to sail into uncharted territory. It's about big ideas versus the details. No matter when you draw this card, it encourages you to look at the bigger picture. So let us read It's Time to Release Negativity while I'm here. Full moon in Scorpio. So full moon in Scorpio is on page 82. Again, very interesting for me because I use numbers a lot, okay? They send me a lot of signs, numbers. So 82 would boil down to a 10. And it does say it's time to release negativity. And tends to me talk about endings. And it looks like it is because there is some sort of new beginnings coming towards you. Or they want to come towards you here. So 82. Now I noticed that 82 is right behind, look at the bigger picture. So I just got this energy where I feel like some of you, okay, this may not be for everyone. I don't know if you went back to something and it still didn't work out for you. And again, it could be anything. It doesn't necessarily have to be a person. So it says, if you've been feeling paranoid and acting weird, take this card as a very direct message from the cosmos to stop it. It says worrying yourself is pointless. It's time to release any negativity you have been around, any negativity you have around the situation you're asking about. If someone has been unkind to you, perhaps it's time for you to release them. This card heralds an emotional intense time since both the full moon and Scorpio themselves are both extremely intense. It's time for you to feel all your feelings. There could be some nastiness in the air. When you pull this card, if it is the case, take it as a sign to move away from anyone or anything you feel is toxic. For some, however, this card has a totally different meaning. It says your sex life can improve now. It says if you make an effort, it says use your magic. It says you have all you need inside you to bring out your desired results. So it says it's time to move from living fearfully to living joyfully. You're right to have your suspicions. It says grudges are toxic. Let something go. It says the end of an argument. It says the teaching. The full moon in Scorpio has a sting in its tail. It can hold a vindictive end to a relationship. It can also be time when we want to be good, but we're naughty. If you pull this card, no matter when your dark side or your shadow self may be showing, it says the full moon in Scorpio is also a time of magic. If you are thinking of making some magic, this is your sign to do it. Better be good magic. All right, Spirit. What do we have? What is this about for my Virgos? What's the energy this week? Look at the bigger picture. Why is it here for Virgo? And going forward. Thank you. Ooh, look at the fox coming out. Yeah, we have the ship. So I did say I feel like with look at the bigger picture, it was boiling down for me, the number 3, right? And the ship talks about traveling. It can have something to do with a vehicle. It talks about movement, though, journey, change, and distance. So again, I don't know if some of you are traveling soon. You could be traveling to somewhere hot. Maybe you already live somewhere hot and by water, okay? And house, maybe someone here is home hunting. Or maybe you have, I'm hearing vacation stay. So maybe you booked like a vacation home by water. But let's see, some of you may even be going on a cruise. Okay, look at this, the stork. Number 17 or 71, but it does boil down to an 8, okay? And the 8s for me does give me that energy of the 8 of Wands where it talks about movement. Again, this energy of traveling. Something could have something to do with communication. But this is gaining momentum. So the stork also talks about new beginnings. And it says change, movement, new beginnings, transition, flexibility, and transformation. Now, for some of you, there may be some sort of new start, but maybe there is some sort of sadness behind this new start as well, because I am noticing that the stork is kind of flying in the rain. Now, going forward with it's time to release negativity, you have the fox, okay? And the fox can talk about someone maybe around you that is selfish. It talks about people who are very tricky. It gives me like the 5 of Swords energy, right? Where the 5 of Swords is an energy of bullying, manipulation, lies, people around you that are masking themselves as friends, but they really have underlying motives. I'm hearing words like jealousy and envy. You know, just be careful of, like it says, right? Your friend circles, just stay away from people that you know that don't have good intentions for you. So this talks about wrongness, clever, suspicion, and caution. Now it's 14 or 41, but it boils down to a 5, and the 5s talk about change. I think I said that already. So again, this energy of maybe something repeating itself. What do we have for Virgo? Always look at the bigger picture here with Stork. You have the Page of Cups in the reverse. You have the Nine of Wands. And you have a Queen of Cups. Give me 3 cards for going forward. You've got the Nine of Cups flipped in the reverse. I see the Eight of Cups. And what's coming out sideways? The Hanged Man. And there's the Ace of Wands at the bottom of the deck. But yeah, it looks like this Ace of Wands comes after some sort of disappointment. The Death card and the Five of Cups. Or it's that energy where Spirit, even if it's something from the past and you're still kind of holding on to that, or you're still allowing that to keep you in that energy of like nostalgia. Spirit says with the Six of Swords, it's time to move on. Look at the Six of Wands right behind it. It's like finding some sort of, yeah, the Six of Wands is about success and public recognition, things like that. But I feel like this is more about somebody getting back out and rejoining the world kind of an energy. There's something here about following your heart's desire. Or finding almost like that inner child again. Show me more. Why is the Page of Cups in the reverse? Alright, that's the Page of Swords. Look at the Ace of Wands and the Ace of Cups with the Justice. Is that the Four Wands? Yeah. But Page of Swords. It's like somebody's curious about something. But I feel like that Page of Swords is more of an energy of no action. It's more of an energy of watching, studying. Like it says, you know, being very curious about something. You know what they're kind of giving me like a scenario of in my head? Imagine like a kid, right, starts a new school. And you got the kid that's by himself, you know, and he's over there in the playground and he's looking at all the other kids playing with each other, or, you know, say they're playing it or something, and he's over there and he really wants to join in that game, right? But he just doesn't have maybe the courage within him, or the confidence within him. So he just stands there and he just watches. But it kind of gives that energy of almost somebody almost letting life pass them by. But what is the Page of Cups in the reverse? The Four Wands flipped out. You have the Page of Wands. Show me more. You have the Lovers. And what's the Page of Wands? Okay. The Seven of Wands. See, that makes the Eight of Wands energy. But then you had the Four of Swords that came out as well. And look at the bottom of the deck. You have the Strength card. But I do see the Seven of Swords and the Devil and the Four of Cups. Yeah, so going back to what this card said about releasing negativity over here, right? I feel like this is what this is representing as well. There are some things that maybe you need to kind of like refuse here, maybe with the Four of Cups here. Okay, now it does talk about an energy of regret. Yes, and maybe energy. It's like Spirit is saying you need to disconnect from things that, like I said, you just don't kind of align with anymore here. Seven of Swords, the Devil, Four of Cups. Yeah, look at right behind you. You've got the Eight of Cups with the Nine of Wands. For some of you, you know, this may be things or people that ain't necessarily easy to walk away from, but I feel like it's necessary. Five of Pentacles right behind that with the Page of Pentacles and the Fool. Yeah, there's definitely new beginnings here. Someone really needs to go in a new direction. But I don't know, there's anxiety here with the Nine of Swords, right? But you have the Temperance right behind the Nine of Swords. So you're never alone here with whatever this new journey is, okay? Spirit is saying, hey, you take the leap of faith. We promise we're going to be right there with you. But going back to this. Page of Cups in the reverse. Let me see if I can find this Page of Cups. Now, usually the Page of Cups in the upright, you know, it can talk about, you know, an admirer, new love. It can talk about an apology and things like that here. To me, sometimes I see the Page of Cups as almost like testing the water in a situation, right? because the 4 cards that are kind of coming underneath it are very good cards. The 4 wands with the Lovers. This could be a partnership. This could definitely be a relationship that leads to something more serious here. This will be a relationship where it feels like there's harmony here. This is definitely one of those situations where it's almost like 2 heads are better than 1. You have the Page of Wands, which is an energy of communication, good news, right? It talks about excitement, a new beginning. But then you have this 7 of Wands, where I don't know if someone here is very defensive. This could be someone that wants to reach out to you, Virgos, and they may feel like you're very defensive here. But the Page of Cups in the reverse talks about someone who is emotionally immature, insecurities. I feel like someone here may be afraid of disappointments or afraid of rejection. This talks about creative blocks, frustration, and irresponsible. Now, for some of my Virgos with those cards that we saw, right, the 7 of Swords, the Devil, and the 4 of Cups, this definitely could be someone who maybe, I don't know, did something underhanded to you, lied about you. You know, the 7 of Swords represents a lot of things. But it made me feel like someone here may have had some regrets. But Spirit, show me what is the 9 of Wands. Why is the Wounded Warrior here? Coming out sideways. The 10 of Wands. 9 of Pentacles. The 5 of Swords. I think I mentioned that earlier. Coming out sideways. It looks like it's coming more in the reverse here. Okay. Chariot in the reverse. What's the 9 of Pentacles? The 7 of Pentacles, yeah. There's someone who is reflecting here. And it could be an energy of reflecting of, you know, the things that they have invested in. Maybe this is someone, like I said, that is regretting not kind of investing in you, or maybe not doing right by you. You're coming out here as someone who's very hardworking as well here, Virgo. So I don't know if some of you are going to find your workload a little bit heavy this week, okay? Spirit is saying there's nothing that you can't manage. But 10 of Wands and a Chariot in the reverse. Show me more about this. You got some Cancer energy. Yeah, someone has a choice to make. 2 of Wands. 2 of Wands talks about planning, going forward. It's an energy of progress. Again, this energy of maybe someone here could be relocating or just traveling. Maybe you're thinking and looking at holidays and things like that. But this is also someone who is thinking about, do you know what? Or they need to think about, what is actually going to make me happy going forward? You know, 10 of Wands is about dropping a burden, or it's about doing something that is, you're doing something on your own. You could even be in a partnership, but maybe you're carrying all the weight. So is it really a partnership if you're doing everything? Is it really a partnership if it's not equally yoked? Someone doesn't know what to do. But they are tired of a situation. I feel like someone may, I mean, it kind of gives the energy, because the way I'm looking at the Wounded Warrior, right? The 8 wands are behind him, and he has that 1 wand in his hand. And even though he's kind of all shielded up, like he's just come out of battle, okay? It's almost like bending down on your knees and saying to yourself, oh my God, that was hard, but guess what? I made it. Show me more about the 9 of Pentacles and the 7 of Pentacles. The Wheel of Fortune. And it's really funny because I wrote a little poem yesterday about the Wheel of Fortune. And I really feel like it's like, how would you say? It's almost like I'm here and it's crunch time. Right? It's like this kind of an energy where for someone it kind of feels like it's now or never. Give me one on the Wheel of Fortune. Because it's in the upright and it does talk about things that are fated, destiny, good karma. But it's also giving me this energy, before I even look at what that is, it's also giving me this energy where someone, like I said, with the Seven of Pentacles, you really need to look at situations where, I don't know, it kind of feels like, have you been going backwards and forwards with someone? Has someone kind of been 1 minute it's up, then it's down? Maybe you need to get to the bottom of why. If it's not progressing, if it's not going smoothly, maybe you are not supposed to be there. Wheel of Fortune, the Hierophant. Ooh, is this about a marriage? Is this about religion? Is this about beliefs? The Hierophant can talk about a lot of things, an institution. Going back to the first two cards, the Four Wands and the Lovers. Is somebody ready to settle down? There's a lot of questions here. And there's a lot of different people watching. But I do feel like it is maybe judgment time. Time for someone to awaken. This could even be time for someone to step into their power. A lot of you, you're meant to be leaders of some sort, teachers. And there's also an energy here where, because these two cards represent also forgiveness. So letting things go, especially if you're holding grudges against people and things like that. Now, I'm not talking to those of you where, you know, hey, I ain't got no grudge in my heart about those past people. I just don't want to deal with them. I hear you loud and clear. But as long as you don't have any kind of resentment in your heart, right? That's going to cause you stagnation. What's this Queen of Cups? Cancer, Pisces, Scorpio energy. Okay. Oh, I'm seeing Ten of Pentacles. What's this? The Nine of Cups. And the cup that she has in her hand would make the Ten of Cups with the Ten of Pentacles. Show me more. That's, oops, the Sun. I do like to see good news. It's one of those things where you could wish you could go and whisper in someone's ear, hey, listen, I promise you, if you go that way and go towards that person, you won't be happy. This is wish fulfillment. The Sun is the most positive card in the deck. It talks about all being well. It talks about, I'm hearing, okay, that's not what I was going to say, but they just started singing, oh, happy days. Show me more. Yeah, there's a new chapter here. The World card. But there's also an end to something else. Five of Swords, Five of Pentacles. Go chase the happiness and stop entertaining. And stop entertaining the BS. Almost said the full word. The Fool and the Page of Pentacles. What's this Ten of Pentacles? Queen of Swords and the Four of Pentacles. Now, the Queen of Swords is someone who's very honest, very truthful, right? She has very clear communication. She has very good discernment. I don't know if someone here has got some sort of advice, but the Four of Pentacles to me is an energy of holding back. Show me more about this. I see the Ace of Cups and the Seven of Cups. Someone's confused. The Three of Wands. Someone better be careful they don't walk away from a good thing, because that makes the Eight of Cups energy. You have the Five of Cups. What's the Four of Pentacles? Someone could be worried about their finances. Four of Pentacles is the Emperor. Aries, Taurus energy. Who's this Emperor? Who is this Emperor? Someone could be upset that some sort of truth is being spoken about them, or some sort of truth is being revealed. Or you just know the truth about someone. The Emperor is a Temperance. Ah, this Emperor may want peace and balance. Show me more. What's this Temperance here? What's the Emperor and the Temperance? No, I'm not even going to lie. For some of you, give me one more card first. Yeah, the Ace of Cups came out sideways. Yeah, okay. Yeah, it landed on the Five of Cups, and that would make the Six of Cups. This could be someone who has, like I said, some sort of regret about the past here. Now, there could be something here about maybe like a soulmate energy, but confirmation could be. I'm noticing that this Temperance has 2 cups in her hand. And then with the Ace of Cups would make the 3 of Cups. Yeah, I feel like the 3 of Cups is an energy of reconciliation. But for some of you, this may have been someone who, I don't know, maybe they were very reckless in the past or just immature, or, you know, they were non-committal before with the Knight of Wands. You could just be dealing with a Sagittarius. But the Ten of Swords, ultimate betrayal. So just one card for that Ten of Pentacles. Temperance is trying to come out. And you have the Page of Pentacles, yeah. There's some sort of new beginning that you're manifesting something here. And it looks like it's going to be long term. So whether that is money, whether that is a long-term relationship or marriage or something like that here. This Ten of Pentacles also talks about almost like an inheritance. And I'm not necessarily talking about a financial inheritance on the 3D plane, right? This could be inheritance from your ancestors, your angels. But there's something here, and I've been saying to a Virgo in here, right? There is something here that you have been patiently waiting for. And it looks like it's arriving. What's the Nine of Cups in the reverse? You have a King of Pentacles. And I tried to hit that Nine of Pentacles. Nine of Cups in the reverse. So I don't know if there is a King of Pentacles energy. Okay. Doesn't have to be an earth sign. That may be feeling dissatisfied. The Nine of Cups in the reverse can talk about indulgence of something or overdoing something here. It's a lack of inner joy. Show me more about this King of Pentacles. Yeah, the Tower. Show me more. Landing on the Two of Wands is the Two of Cups. What's the Tower? The Five of Wands. Conflict, drama, chaos, arguments. Too many people being involved. I'm hearing Spirit say too many people tugging on your energy. So someone here could be dealing with energy vampires. Spirit says it's time to release this. And it's almost like an energy here where, how do I say this without sounding harsh? It almost feels like if someone wants to come up with a whole load of excuses, oh, but I can't, I do something. Maybe you like the drama. Even though this is saying it doesn't satisfy you. Maybe someone here is vibrating from an ego space. But competition. Something here is not built, like I said, on a solid foundation. It's going to crumble. Confusion and illusions here. Why is the Tower and the Five of Wands here? Two of Pentacles in the reverse. Disorganized. Lack of balance. Overwhelmed. It's energy of frustration. Ten of Swords again. The Hermit. And then we have this Knight of Wands again. I feel like someone as well, they are upset that they committed to someone who, like I said, I feel like wasn't committed to them. Not in the same way. What's this Eight of Cups? Coming out sideways, landing on the Two of Wands. There's the Ten of Cups. So this could even be, it doesn't have to be a love situation. This could be family members. Right? Friends. In the workplace. But the Ten of Cups. Now, the Eight of Cups usually walks away towards the Nine of Cups. Like I said, it talks about wish fulfillment. We have it here with the Sun. So I feel like someone is getting some sort of signs here about something, right? Ten of Cups, show me more. Landing on the Two of Wands, the Hierophant's out here again. What's the Eight of Cups, Spirit? The Four of Pentacles. That landed on the Page of Wands. And then you have the Six of Pentacles, making the Ten of Pentacles again. Somebody's really holding, I don't know how else to say it. It looks like somebody's holding themselves back from what could be their happiness, right? From what could be a more balanced situation, a more aligned situation for them. Or this is about a marriage and money. What's the Hangman? Coming out sideways is the Three of Pentacles. The Moon. The Knight of Swords. Yeah, someone would really have to stand up for themselves here, right? Something may be a challenge, but that landed on the Seven of Wands, and the Seven of Wands is you can fight for something. You can. But you need to stand your ground. The Moon and the Hangman, this is a lack of direction. This is seeing something from a different perspective, but again, still feeling stuck. This Hangman is all chained up. The Moon can talk about fear, anxiety, things that are hidden. And then you have the Knight of Pentacles coming in the reverse. And this is an energy here of somebody feeling stuck. Stagnation. It's like someone here wants something to be perfect before they make a move. But what is perfect? Perfect is going to make you miss the boat. King of Wands at the bottom of the deck. Yeah, and the King of Wands is a visionary. He's a natural born leader. This is not someone who underestimates themselves. This is someone who sees the vision and they get up and take action towards it. King of Wands, to me, I've always described him as someone who sees something, and once something does catch his eye, he will go after it. I'm hearing Spirit say there is no shame in the King of Wands' game, okay? All right. What else do we have for Virgo this week? Let's see what love is saying this week. What's the energy in love? Strongest energy here, Spirit. You have keep an open mind. It says your soulmate may differ from your usual type and expectations. And at the bottom of the deck, you have chemistry. And it says there is a strong magnetic attraction here. I'm hearing energy doesn't lie. Show me more. What do we have for love? Give me 6 cards. So we have mirror. It says mirroring each other. It says self-image. It says relationships. And it says reflect our wounds. It says introspection. You have camera. It says reminiscing, keepsake. It says perception. It says learn from the past. And it says make memories. You have photographs. And it says looking at your photos, missing you, nostalgia. It says make new memories. So just someone wants forgiveness here. You have landed on the Lovers. And it says seduction. It says attraction, flirting, dating, hooking up, temptation, third party interference. Do you know what I feel like for some of you has happened here for somebody? I feel like Spirit has done them in a way that how they treated you, they allowed them to get treated. So now that they've been treated the way they treated you, it's made them kind of sit in a corner and think, oh, maybe is this how the Virgo felt? Because I feel like somebody got hurt in a situation. But show me more. You have the dragonfly. It says be lighthearted. It says finding out. It says things coming to light. It says adapt, change, and heal. Now, for others of you, this week, you may see a picture of somebody and maybe their person or whoever they're with. And I don't know if you're going to know the other person, the third party. What's photographed? So I see ascending, but landing on the table, it says self-indulgence. It says focus on self, self-worth, time to heal, shadow work, self-appreciation. And then there's the ascension, ascending. It says transcending obstacles, learning, expansion, new phase, preparing for union, right? It's just like, I know when I say it, it sounds so easy because I know it's a lot more difficult when people are actually going through these things, right? But it's all a learning curve. You know, Spirit just wants you to learn the lesson so that when you learn the lesson, you know better, so you do better, so that you can receive better. Yeah, but I just saw not today, snake and healing heart. Karmic relationship wanted to fall out. Fleeting triggers, turmoil, resentment, lessons, letting go and loving you. So what does my Virgos need to focus on this week? What do they need to focus on, Spirit? Just give me 3 cards. Thank you. So the first one I'm seeing, it says cooperation instead of competition. It says what's yours is yours and no one can take it from you. There is no need to compete. There is an abundance for all. You have complete access to unlimited abundance for yourself and to share with others. It says with cooperative partnerships, you can accomplish anything. So this could even, like I said, partnership that went wrong, right? Again, people arguing over money and finances and things like that. When Spirit is saying, why are we even competing with each other? You know, we should all be kind of focused on our own path. Spirit says there's enough abundance for everybody. But see, these days, people are so focused on what other people have, what your numbers look like, what your views look like. It's just like, all right, you have positive faith and optimism. It says, you open the doorway to positive experiences and opportunities with your positive expectations and energy. Do not allow negative energy or temporary setbacks to interfere with the path you are on. Keep the faith and keep going. You also have quiet retreat. And I heard as soon as I picked up the card, pick your battles wisely. It's not everybody deserves your attention. It's not everything that you have to retaliate to. It says it's time to disconnect from the outer world so that you can discern and process your true thoughts and feelings from the inner world. It says create this quiet time for yourself and you'll have more clarity about what to do next. What did we have that 7 of Pentacles hooked up with? Oh, the 9 of Pentacles. What else does Virgo need to know for this week, Spirit? What was that? What do you desire? Oh, what's this? Innocence. I landed on the Page of Cups in reverse. So it says, what do you desire? It says, you now have the opportunity to write the script according to your heart's true desires. Once you clearly decide upon your true desires and know that you are ready and deserving of them, they'll rush into your life as if by magic. But I'm going to tell you how there's nothing to worry about. You are safe and this situation is under the perfect control of the divine providence and universal order. Only infuse loving thoughts and emotions into the situation to ensure that the highest possible outcome flows effortlessly to and through you. 2 more cards for Virgo. There's something here, Virgos. It's really giving this energy of just do it. You have release and surrender. It says, we shower you with blessings of our radiant love. Open your arms and release the challenges that you have held tightly gripped within your hands. Open your hands, arms, and heart to our love and assistance. Way too many. Yeah, someone's got a lot on their mind here. Assertiveness was trying to come out. Just one. Do you know what? I see perfect timing at the bottom of the deck. It says, now is the perfect moment for you to act on your inspirations. The doors are open while you walk through them with us by your side. Don't delay or procrastinate, as all of the ingredients are ripe for success. Everything and everyone is on your side, supporting your positive outcome. All right, let's see what keeps... A lot of cards. Acceptance. See yourself and others through the eyes of the angels with unconditional love and acceptance. In this way, you inspire and lift everyone to their highest potential. You have the ocean. The deep blue sea speaks to your soul, healing and soothing you. Even the act of imagining yourself dipping into the healing womb brings about desirable effects. Better yet, spend time physically near the ocean. Allow its power and beauty to wash away all cares and concerns. Energy work. Life can be electrifying because its very essence is energy. Your body is a remarkable energy field that will positively respond to loving treatments. Your hands and heart are activated to give healing energy to your loved ones and clients. So maybe some of you are like Reiki healers. Doesn't have to just be Reiki, right, to use energy. I'm hearing something about caregivers. I don't know if like somebody maybe like looks after like the elderly or something like that. Anyway, you have relay. It says, beloved one, it's time to set aside work for a while. Don't worry, we will oversee your responsibilities to their completion. Playfulness, it says, and laughter will uplift your energy so that you'll learn to work with a renewed perspective and heightened energy. So again, there's two cards here about energy and water and things like that. So maybe, you know, a spiritual bath would help someone, or I mean, I always say if you can get to actual sea water, you know, that would be good for you. Making sure that you're getting enough rest, especially if you do a very tiresome job, okay? So, Virgos, that is what I have for you. I think I'm going to leave it there. I do hope that something has resonated with you guys, okay? If it has, I do ask that you hit the thumbs up for me, subscribe to the channel, hit that notification bell so you know when I upload. But if this is where we part, stay safe. Love and light, guys.